Hello and welcome to another episode of 2 Minutes with Tim here on Heavenward Thinking. Today we're going to continue on our journey through 1 John. Where we're looking at 1 John chapter 5 verses 1 through 3 this week. So I'll read and we'll get right into this week's challenge. Everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ is born of God, and everyone who loves the Father loves his child as well. This is how we know that we love the children of God, by loving God and carrying out his commands. In fact, this is love for God, to keep his commands, and his commands are not burdensome. So as we've been going throughout 1 John, we've been seeing how important it is to love God and love people. In fact, that's what we've seen has set us apart from the world around us. We're supposed to live as children of light. We're supposed to walk in the way of light, walk in the way of Jesus, and not in the darkness in the way of this world. And the big difference that we've seen all throughout 1 John, as we've gone section by section, verse by verse, we've seen that the difference is how we love God and how we love people. And these verses really just show the culmination of this idea all throughout 1 John of how if we believe that Jesus is the Christ, we're born of God, and if that has happened, then we love his children. Then we're going to love those around us. Not only are we going to love Jesus, love God the Father, but we're going to show love for his children, for those around us, whether we like them or not, whether we agree with them or we don't, whether they're our friend or our enemy, we have to show love for them. And especially we've seen if we are calling ourselves believers, part of the body of Christ, and we have to love the rest of the body of Christ. We have to love our fellow believers, a crucial part of Christianity, and one that we've seen is not always easy. Sometimes it's easy to go to a point where we can say, yep, I love God, I'm going to follow his commands, and then we totally forget that his commands, and in fact, showing love for God is demonstrated in how we interact with those around us, because that's the difficult part. But we see this. Love for God is keeping his commands, and they're not burdensome. They're simple. It's love God and love people. So I want to encourage you this week to really think about that. How can you love God and show your love for God by loving those around you this week? As always, join us next time for another episode of 2 Minutes with Tim here on Heavenward Thinking.